is Lyle Wilkes, and today my daughter Brandy wanted me to make a chess box for her son, and we are going to put it together. And we're going to start off by having a cup of coffee and enjoy today, because it's a real simple project. And we're going to start off by having some materials that we have to have. And those materials are going to be MDF, which is going to be medium density fiberboard, a knob to pull out a sheet that I'll explain a little bit later on, a nail gun to help put it together, some glue, a table saw to cut, measuring tape, pencil, and a router. And this is going to be a fun little project, and I'm going to show you some drawings that I roughly did, and it'll give us a start as to the project that we're going to have for her. So next phase is to look at the drawings. With any project, you start off with an idea or with some plans. Here is a chessboard with a hidden drawer. It's going to be 11-inch square using a 1/2-inch MDF board. Here it's going to be simple. Here it's going to be notched out so we can grab the chessboard that's going to be routed in at the MDF board, which I'll show you in a second. This is where it's going to be routed in so we can slide the divider shelf in, and the bottom that's going to go on to the box, and then the 1/2-inch board that's going to be routed in order to fit the 9 15/16 chessboard down onto the box. And then that is where the notch out is, so you can get access to the chess pieces when you slide it out. Very simple, and that's what we do for an idea. Next, start cutting. First of all, I want to say that a table saw is a very, very dangerous piece of equipment, so with all respect, I will keep that thing unplugged when I'm doing any adjustment to that blade. You keep your fingers out of that blade at all time, and you keep total respect to that piece of equipment. The moment you do not respect it, you're going to get hurt very dangerously. Now, we're going to adjust the guide stop to 11 inches. Because 11 inches, I can get 2 cuts out of this MDF board. I bring the blade up and adjust off to 11 inches. Always double check to make sure that the blade is to the outside. Measure twice, cut once. Two perfectly good 11-inch square boards. I have now adjusted the back stop to 5 inches so I can start making the sides. Now I need to set the backstop at 12, so I can have 2 of them at 12 and then 2 at 10. Remember what I said about measuring twice, cut once. I said 10 inches when it should have been 11 inches, so I moved the backstop back to 11. Now that we have a dry box, we can now start to proceed to making the cut holes as part of the plan, so that way the glass that's going to sit on top can be taken out. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take a Folsner bit. This Folsner bit basically cuts a direct hole into a piece of wood without damaging the wood as it goes through. I'm going to take half of the bit and make a moon size, half a moon, into the wood, so you can pull the board out. Okay, let's go ahead and cut the actual boards. I measured the direct center, got them both clamped down tight, drills tight. Here we go. Two good, perfectly cut half moon boards. Okay, on to routing. I have set up the router table to go ahead and trim the inside of the board so that way the sliding drawer can be pulled out. So now what we're going to do is just go ahead and cut the boards. Here I'm going to draw a line to signify where I'm going to stop. My router. That way we're inside the marks and the board will come into the backstop as it will slide directly in. See? Alright. Assembly. Now I'm cutting the hidden drawer, which is going to be 10 inches, and we're going to make it about 11. So that way it sticks out an inch so Drake can pull it out and slide it back in. Maybe I'll cut it 10 by 12, and that way it sticks out 2 inches and he can pull it and slide it back in. First cut's 10 inches. And this is a simple 1/8 board. Now we're going to go 10 by 12. Here's the box all assembled. We still have to route the top part, but let's take a look at the hidden drawer and see how that works. Remember, that was a 10 by 12. So if we just hold on to it, see if it'll slide. I can see I'm going to have to cut about 1/8 of an inch off. I'll be right back. Okay, we cut the little 1/8 of an inch off, 1/16. Let's see. She slides right in. Perfect. Now Drake can sit there and just take it and pull it out. And then he's got a hidden drawer. And we can maybe put his name on here, Drake. Okay? And maybe put that in there with a magic marker, or burn it in through the wood with a wood burner. Okay, now we got to route the top part right here, so that way it's going to be 9 15/16, so the glass table will sit in here. So we'll have to measure that and figure that out. Not bad. So do a little math, and then we'll check it all out, and then we'll dust it all off, glue it, nail gun it, and then we'll paint it and then we're almost done. Now, setting the router up, we're going to take 1/4 of an inch of the 1/2 inch board off, and that way the glass can sit down inside all the way around. It's going to be 1/4 of an inch. That way it'll be 9 15/16. Should, by my math. Of course, then on the other hand, it won't be the first time I've messed up. So let's take a look. So we'll sit there and make sure the routed bit is on the inside, and we will come down through there. Now with the next cut, we have to make sure that we do not overextend the cut. You can only go halfway. So we will measure to make sure where it goes and stops. These marks will allow me to stop right here on the board to keep it from running off. I'll take a razor blade and square this off. Okay, with the box now dry assembled, and if we sit there and hold it lightly across there, we measure 9 15/16. And come across here, we get 9 15/16. Just exactly what you wanted on the glass. Okay, next comes blowing it off and assembling it down with a nail gun. Okay, for the assembly, we're going to start with gluing and nail gunning it down. And we're going to use Elmer's glue and the compressor for the nail gun. I'm going to start with the end piece first, run a bead. That just slides right in, perfect. Okay, so now what we're going to do for Drake is to add a little extra touch to it. I have some extra molding strip, and I'm going to add this to the around the bottom to kind of touch the box up a little bit. Okay, so with that, I have to take my miter saw out, which is sitting right here. Okay. Right there's the miter. Perfect. Okay. Next thing is to sit there and paint the box, nail the bottom on, and then we are done. Today we're going to put the molding strips on the box. And what we've done is we went ahead and painted the box, and just a black paint. We have dry fit the molding strips to it. And what we're going to do is put glue on the pieces like we did yesterday. Now, what I did last night was I took the divider board and I took a burner and burned Drake's chess set into the wood, and I of course put to Drake, enjoy the dream, love Grandpa. So now that divider board will now go in and enclose his pieces underneath. And then we'll have Drake's chess set. So now we have a completed box, and his mom will put the chess board on top, and she's going to put some lights underneath with the battery, and then therefore it'll illuminate up underneath. Now we have a complete box that she asked for. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a simple project, and enjoy.